If you have any questions in the audience, we'd be happy to address them. Yes, sir, please. You can make it specific to a member of the panel or a general question open to everybody.
My name is Prabhat. Very specific questions because you have addressed everything, but ideas are always there. But I want all of you to answer as to how to build that to a business, reality to a business. That's a barrier which is everybody is facing. I want a specific, if you guys can answer it.
So like I said during the speech also, ideas are a dime or a dozen. To see whether your idea has legs or not, I often say write it on a piece of paper and try and identify what is the pain point that you're trying to solve and whether somebody will be willing to pay for it, right? So the easy way to do it is once you've been able to identify the business you're trying to start, you can put together 2 slides and just tell in a very crisp format with 30-second pitch, here is the business, this is what it does, and here is what the competition does or it's not available in the market and why somebody should pay you for it. And then maybe bounce it off some smart people. We all within our networks and friends have people who've gone on to start businesses, are providers of capital, are advisors to firms that are looking to raise capital. These are good people to sort of get initial advice and feedback. Maybe your first idea doesn't work. I actually don't know anybody in this world whose first idea worked. I promise, I swear. I have probably seen about 5,000 business plans in my lifetime. I don't look very old, but I've been doing this for a while. I don't know anybody whose first idea worked, right? It took a while to pivot, get to that point where there was some legs, and then finally one day you got a first paying customer, then one day you got a podar, and then one day you were sitting on a stage, and then one day you were on the cover of a magazine. So the journey is very long, right? You have to have patience, persistence, passion, perseverance. The 4 Ps of Dinodia, like I call them. But that idea from how do you go from an idea to a piece of paper to an actual business, this is a streamlined kind of process.
Yeah, so what he's talking about is when you actually go on to an investor and asking for money. But see, an idea is a point where you want to reach. But that point, that path has to be segmented to so many different parts. And the more the segmentation would be, the precise your landing would be. So when he says, I don't know anybody whose first idea worked, that first idea was really far away. So you need to have the next step is your first idea, which has to work. Because if it doesn't work, how would you reach the final destination? So do you have any idea in mind right now? Like, so see, that's a secretive guy who had an idea.
No, I have, believe me, I can sit and give you at least 100 ideas right away.
Become an advisor.
No, I am already there. But thing is, as I have told you, the barrier is as to how to convert an idea into actual business. That's a problem
which is why I asked for the idea so that we can be very specific about it.
Yeah, I want to start e-commerce into a medicine.
Okay, e-commerce into a medicine. Interesting. Now, what we did and what we've learned also over the time is that when there is a business idea which comes, so the 3 things which I said, value to the customers, right or wrong, and to prevent the end of something good. In your case, it's probably right or wrong. So people are selling with brick and mortar based delivery channels, and you want to put it online so that at least that building cost goes away. Now, what I have learned is one should look at why it has not happened till now, or if it has happened, like he said, somebody must have worked on the similar lines and would have documented all the learnings. So instead of reinventing the wheel, one should go and figure out what is it that they've documented. Not just probably in medicine, but in other sectors as well. And when you do that, you document your learnings on your paper, see what is working, what is not working. Create certain assumptions, make a leap of faith, all jargons. But anyway, makes sense. And ultimately go ahead with it. It would work or it would not work. If it doesn't work, you've had another learning. So there's a brilliant book called The Lean Startup by Eric Rice, who talks about not success, but failure, on why failure is very important and how you cannot keep failing. So I cannot say, all right, at least I learned something from it, but where is the learning being used? So you create all those models to use your learning of failure or success, and then probably reach the final destination where you want to reach. I'm sure you just don't want to have an e-commerce website for medicine. it would have some different feature. So you identify that with your way.
Next question, please. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's
could you just
bringing
wait
the
for the
mic. He's
mic,
bringing
please?
the mic. Yeah.
Other audience members could hear it.
The Lean Startup.
The Lean Starter.
Yes,
It's-
by
it's a
Eric Rice.
Fabulous book.
Yeah, brilliant book. And there's another book called Getting to Plan B, which talks about all the documentation of how Skype came up and what can you learn out of it and everything else. It's by Harvard University Press.
Yeah, the specific point that he was making, the e-commerce into medicine, that we have already started and then we have done it in Bangalore.
Brilliant. So now you have the
See,
first
that's
learning
the
of
beauty.
success.
I told you, that's the beauty of reading books, going to conferences. There is so much knowledge that exists, around us. We just have to look and take that leap of faith. So if you share your ideas, even in a public setting, you will often find an expert, somebody who can guide you to get from that boardroom level to an actual sales counter.
And tell me one thing, you want to open an e-commerce website for medicine. Okay, so in the medicine, what is the barrier of yours? Is it investment? Is it production? What is it?
Actually, the barrier is because what I feel is that, our industry is, this industry, healthcare industry, is so puzzled, you can say. It's not organized. Doctors are writing prescriptions, but, there is no way where, they can put into somewhere where, all these retail sellers can have access of prescriptions where they can provide a medicines. So those kind of stuff is not there in India. So
Okay.
I'm just giving you a bit of a hint.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of other
Yeah,
things
yeah.
which are
I
there.
got it.
Do you mind if we address that offline? I think people are getting really
Yeah.
hungry.
Sure,
So
sure.
maybe we'll just ask one last question to the audience and then proceed to lunch. So anybody with a last question or
Yeah, there's
we go to
somebody
lunch?
there. There's somebody there at the back.
Right at the back of the room.
Actually, two people there and at the back of the room.
Actually, we'll let you ask the last question and we'll proceed to lunch and then happy to answer the rest of it while we eat. Please, sir. Go ahead.
I am really delighted seeing you, especially Ayaan here. And basically, I wanted to say something that idea is just like a creative thing, the creative idea. And stopping that idea is just like some virus, some corrupt file given by some family member or anybody else that you can't do this and you can't that. Better, it is better, you get it, you do this and do that. So basically, it takes time. Some time, like myself, at the age of 50, a completely failure, even trying to materialize my own ideas. And seeing Ayaan at this age and already materialized his ideas at the very beginning. So I am working on my idea how to help people, how to help those people who have those like corrupt files that I can't do this and why and where. So many things. So I am working on this. What is stopping me and how can I get rid of this counter idea? So that is what I wanted to just convey to you. It was
Great. Thank you very much for sharing that. I'm sure there are some closet entrepreneurs, if I may call them that, in the audience. So they should definitely reach out to you and bounce their ideas off you and maybe get some creative insights on how they can go from just an idea to a business. The last thing I'll say, and then we'll end on that, is the only mistakes you make in life are the ones you repeat, and everything else is a lesson. So hopefully, you will make some mistakes and there will be some lessons, but have the courage and the conviction to follow your dreams. Like I said, the hustle is sold separately. So, go ahead, think of creative businesses, and then you have friends in all of us and enough people around you to help with your ideas. So whether it's selling to a family business, joining a family business, or being an entrepreneur within or outside a family business, have the courage to follow your passion and dreams. So thank you very much on that note.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.